I almost bought, I don't know if I ever told you that story. I almost bought a dish, big one. Not those little dishes that DirecTV has and stuff. I'm talking about a dish. A friend of mine that used to work for me when I had my store, when I sold the store, he opened up his own place, Eric and Joe. They both worked for me. Eric was on the road, Joe was the tech in the back. And then Gene was my installer. But meanwhile, when I closed the store, Eric and Joe went into business selling satellite dishes. They had a store in East Haven. Full size. I mean, we're talking big dishes here. You know, their smallest one was like 8 feet. You know, they were getting some smaller ones in, you know, like 5 feet. You know? But they were big. Auto track and all that kind of shit. And back then, I think it was like 4,000 channels or something. I mean, it was outrageous. It really was. The guide was a yearly guide, and it was a book. It was the size of a phone book. Now, phone books in different places are different sizes, but we did have phone books here. We're talking about 2.5, 3 inches thick. So, and you know, so they were big. A lot of it was free. Everything coming out of the satellites are free. But some of the shows you had to pay for, otherwise they lock them up on you. So at the time, I think it was going to cost us a little over 60 bucks, $59 plus change, tax rather, and then there was something else involved with it. You know, over these little add-ons. $74 total, I think it was, something like that. So anyway, I'm at the store and I'm sitting there and I'm listening and I'm watching TV. We're watching Jesse Raphael, which you used to be on. Well, when you're looking at the satellite dish, you can watch live feed. And that's what we were watching. So as we're sitting there bullshitting in the showroom, having coffee, he's got the TV going. Naturally, if somebody walks in, they want to see it. So it's going. And Jesse Raphael was on. Okay, we're going to break for a commercial. We'll be back in 3 minutes or whatever. So normally, if you're watching broadcast TV, public TV, that you see a commercial. You don't see a commercial. The cameras are always running. So you're seeing what goes on during the commercial break. Well, there was a kid in the back, a young kid, and I guess it was a baby, you know, still in the crying stages, you know, 2 years old, a year old, whatever. And the baby's crying. Raphael was trying to talk. Almost like baby here. Anyway, the kid keeps crying. Raphael turns around and says, "Can somebody shut that fucking kid up?" Whoa! And that's when Eric told me, "No, that's live feed." Yeah. So you see what's going on when they're on commercial break. If you want to see it in commercial break, we can flip the channel, you know. We've got live feed, that's more interesting. Because they don't think of it being that way. You know, if they say they're going on a commercial break, they think they're going on a commercial break. It's in their brain that, you know, they're okay. So, you know, we can say and do what we want. Even if they know that they're still being broadcasted, they don't think of that because they broke for a commercial. All right, I found some more paint throughout there. I got to find something. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do that right now. Let's get these out of the way before I ruin them. Let's get this out of the way. It's almost empty anyway.